Ethos of Silence.
A veteran podcast aims to amplify the voices of veterans, creating a safe space for authentic conversations about their experiences, challenges, and triumphs. We seek to break the stigma surrounding mental health and foster community support, resilience, and understanding. Through storytelling, expert insights, and candid discussions, we strive to inspire healing, promote awareness, and empower veterans on their journeys.
Welcome.
Oh, man. Oh, God. Are we recording?
It's recording, but we're all right.
You asked me for 12 steps and I took it away.
I ain't worried about the 12 steps, man. So let's jump into to self-care, right? We'll come back to the 12 steps. Let's let that marinate for a second. Let's jump into self-care.
All right. Let's do it.
So what does self-care look like as a man? Like what does that look like?
I think yeah. You mean like, could we say it's situational, or are we breaking it down to what is an individual man doing on a daily basis for self-care? Like, what are some of the incidents?
Daily, weekly, annually? I mean, right. Like, what do you do as self-care, you know? Like, what is self-care?
That's a good question.
How would you define self-care? I mean, I define self-care for myself as giving myself the ability and creating the ability to have this block of time that I actually sleep, the block of time that I can go and work on myself, which is my actual time of going to the gym and working out, right? That's for myself. That's my self-care. That's not anybody else. I'm not in there ego lifting. I'm not in there trying to get a six-pack, get a beach body, any of that. Like I'm in there taking care of myself, right? So that kind of stuff. Like your self-care, whenever you were labeling off your 4 things, God was your first thing. But God is your self-care whenever you sit down and you read your scripture in the morning and different stuff like that. Absolutely. To get your mind set for the day, right?
Absolutely.
So
follow his path. Yeah,
so like, give me your self-care. How do you take care of yourself? What do you consider self-care that you do? And what's something that you'd like to start doing that could be that self-care element that you're not actually doing as well as what you are? Like we can all think of like doing like some yoga or some of this or some of that, you know, or like eating better, or like all those things are self-care, and we don't actually look at them as self-care. But taking care of ourselves, like actually taking, you know, the right balance of medicine and taking some fish oils and eating more salmon and like all that's kind of self-care, you know, and we take away and we sacrifice ourselves to provide for our kids, right? And we provide at this sacrifice of caffeine and sacrifice sleep and sacrifice all these other different things. And when I put my mind to something, it's going to get done. And the Marine Corps just kind of amped that up to a whole new level, to where I figured out that I've got this overdrive button, and I ride that overdrive button into the ground, and then I take a nap, take a shot of coffee, and keep on going.
Fill the tank back up and go. Not even.
Like I overfill the tank because it's on empty, and the needle rolled back around the top. Like I don't understand where it comes from. And I have a very, very short fuse when I do it, because I can't deal with stupid people, because I'm trying to get something done and I'm already tired. And you've seen me in that mode to where I get on you and you're like, okay, dog, I get it. You're tired. I'm here helping you. Don't chase me off, but I get it. We're good.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Let's get through this.
You know,
stay focused.
Great example of that, right? Me trying to move everything and me moving the stuff, and you're trying to help. You got your hand on that fridge, but you're trying to help a little too hard, and the fridge is on my fingers. Like, hey, dog, get off! You know, I raised my voice at you a little bit. I was tired. Like, I could have handled that a lot better, but also I got the fridge off my hands by telling you, hey, man, look, let the dolly do the work.
Yeah, iron rub with iron. Yeah, that's I get that overdrive button, and I love naps. Yeah, naps are good.
That's a good self-care. Is understanding your body's limitations, understanding the fact that, you know, you have depleted your body in such a way that you're going to need naps to make it through the day until you can resustain your body to
I'm a middle-aged man now, so with meditation in the morning and finding my connection to God and my heart posture for Him for the day, which is, again, the things I've listed as my number one, is also getting. I've been in this mode of retirement where that's how I wake up, and then the day consists of which direction am I going after I do my medication. Well, I guess that is my medication too. So I've gotten off of a lot of the medications. I'm far off of some of the antidepressants.
Yeah, man, that's a spectrum.
Stress pills.
It's a spectrum. You don't have to get into details.
But yeah,
spectrum of pills.
Yeah, for sure. But it's far less than what I took 15, 20 years ago that was needed for each and this and that squiggly little problem going on with me. But
I mean, you learn how your body responds to stuff.
I want to get back into that, some exercise and something that I can do comfortably. My body's, broken in different ways where I don't think I can do this. But I think I'm hyper focusing on the stuff that I think I can't do, and instead of the stuff I can do.
Yeah.
So I mean, we even have that little bouncy thing. Whatever it's supposed to be, bounce reflexing and good for you, and it does, and I can get on there and work it. It's not bad on my back. It has a lot of support. I should be doing that a little bit more, and strengthening my core a little bit more. I don't have to lift weights to get my core.
But it's a process, right? Like you can't just jump in and think that you're going to do that for 4 hours, right?
No, just that.
It's like the row machine. It's a process. I get on there. Some mornings I feel good. I can go for an hour. Some mornings I get on there. I go 5 minutes. I'm like, I know my body is saying that I'm done. I've got stuff to do today.
Yeah. Well, my mind is stronger than my body.
Always.
And so I've got a shop outside that.
Yeah,
I've got all of these ideas of the stuff I want to do, and it's like, I'm going to go do it, and then my body gets to go that way, and then an hour later, I've done tweaked the muscle in my back, and now I'm out for 2 weeks. And I'm like, that plan didn't work out too good.
What did I tell you? Your body remembers what your mind forgets.
That's a fact. Yeah, your body remembers what your mind forgets. Amen to that. So yeah, I spend a lot of the time in the morning. And I need to get the pattern down more about what I can and can't do. So that's my volunteer work.
So talking about self-care, right? So something that I didn't realize until we sat down and we're having this conversation right now. Mm-hmm. All right. So think back to recruit training.
Okay.
Think back to training and in the military. How did in the military we make people take care of themselves, right? Because that's an element of being there that when you're out, you're not, right? So you did what? The retarded room inspections, all that other different stuff. You made sure people were cleaning up, taking care of themselves, the hygiene inspections, all that other different stuff, right? The PT, making sure people are staying physical fit, right?
Absolutely.
You got the class level for dentists for how long you've been back, and then whenever you're Cat 4 means every 3 months you go up a category. Whenever you're Cat 4, you're on the hit list to go back to the dentist once a year, right?
Yeah.
So they make sure you're taking yourself there,
deployable.
They're making sure you're deployable with all the other different stuff, so it's a very, very basic model that we were taught that we kind of forget bits and pieces of because we no longer do the PT, and we no longer have a field day, and we no longer have these things, and we take care of things as they need to be taken care of, right? But we were preemptively taught to take care of things before they become a problem. And we don't have problems doing that with like the truck changing the oil, and making sure we got good brake pads and different stuff like that. Like we know what happens whenever that's not taken care of.
I don't want that happening.
Once again, it's like what happens whenever it's us. And we're not taking care of us.
Yeah, the us thing is I need to. It's mind, it's body. With whatever we do have left, we got to keep that part going, because that is what's going to continue to provide for our families and make sure they have what they need. And the roof's left over our head and the bills are paid. I don't know. Those for me, that's some of the things, because I missed the exercise part of it. That was in the military. That was the medicine. I think that is the medicine.
That is the medicine.
It's the strenuous body workouts.
But it's also the strenuous body workouts where strenuous body weight workouts where outside.
Outside,
in the elements,
on the ground,
in the
touching
elements.
the dirt.
That can be a sandstorm outside, and we're lining up and
we're
having
PTing, bro. Oh, for sure. Oh, there's PTing in the desert.
It's acclimatation.
Damn.
Like we're getting.
Yeah.
If it's raining outside, yep. Guess
if
what?
it's raining, we're training.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the motto. That's the creed. So yeah, I've got it. I don't know. I don't think I fully. No, I mean, no one really fully has gotten, used to moving from that much intense packed days into a regular life of things. So you have to do what you can in order to find the things in between, the balance of making that. But I do definitely miss the PT. So for me, that would be, if tomorrow I said, I need to look at more of my self-care, it'd be, because I'd like to have a six-pack. Maybe it's getting my core, back strengthened up. Now I think I got 6 or an 8, dude. It was just insane.
Yeah.
80s, man. But yeah, I had made, I got to grizzly myself to do it. But more of my thoughts are, when I do get out of meditation and go outside the house, I need to keep myself out of trouble and not hurt myself. And that takes a good bit of thought and process in the morning before I go do that.
Yeah.
Like you said, the body remembers what the mind has forgotten. So I don't know, day-to-day volunteering gets me out of myself. It helps me it helps me naturally, as that give and take does, to help other people.
It's one of those things
myself
that makes my soul full and fills my cup. Thus, I have the energy to fill other people's cups.
Absolutely, and you get to speak to a lot of different people.
Working out's one of those things that fills my cup to let me be able to fill other people's cups, right? Yeah. And as I age, I can't work out as heavy as I once could. I can't work out as much as I once could. Instead of doing reps of 3, I'm doing reps of 7. I'm not trying to do the becoming stronger. I'm trying to maintain what I've got.
Make it into the
guess what? If I'm maintaining, and then all of a sudden, for some reason I start to get stronger, sure, I'll go up on the weight for my reps of 7 or whatever. But I'm just trying to maintain. I'm not trying to do anything more than that. I'm not trying to build endurance and doing like sets of 10 and 12 and 15. I'm set to 7 right there. Nice, happy ground.
What you doing when you
not
want
too
to help
heavy,
you later on?
Not too heavy, right there, and just maintaining, dog. Maintaining, not bench pressing, not trying to work across my chest. I'm using dumbbells, sets of 7. If it gets heavy, I'm not messing up that shoulder. I'm putting it back down. I'm not trying to go any higher. Tell you what, I know how much weight it'll take for if my arm gives out, my shoulder goes sideways. Like I know how much weight I'm okay with one hand having the handle all of a sudden. Like I'm not trying to do any of that crazy stuff, dog.
Yeah, them
days is behind me.
I don't know. Other things is self-help. Self-balance. Well, what are some other things? The exercising and the getting out and just being socializing and being myself and meeting new people. That gives you a good reflection of where your life is
eating
at.
Right, balancing your negative consumption. With me, it's balancing my alcohol a little bit. Yeah. With you, it's probably a little bit of too much cheesecake.
It's sugar. I have to cut back on sugar. I've recently cut out. I think I'm on week 2 of less Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper's my drug, I guess, or my go-to.
Yeah.
So, and then I've always had a consistent amount of attention to fasting. Fasting gives me, as it does the body, a great deal of strength. Once it starts to burn off a lot of the things that have been saved up, fasting is a very important part and should be an important part of everybody's life, even if they don't think they should do it. They should try and build up to small amounts. I think I started off with anybody can start off with a 12-hour, go from the last meal you ate the night before at 7, and you go to 7. Okay, that's not bad. Everybody do that every night. Well, then try to add another 12 to it. Eat your dinner that night and don't eat anything else until the next dinner before. Okay, well, if you accomplish that, then the body has scientifically done enough to where even in rolling through age, you can consume and burn off bad cells and things in your body that need to get out. And I think that's kept me somewhat healthy, somewhat moving for my age. Fasting's been a big part of it. But I've done up to, I want to say it's closer to a 40-day water fast. And I did that, what Andre's now 11, so I did that almost 10 years ago. And I did it because I needed at that time to see a change, an immediate change. And I remember what Jesus said about praying and fasting. And my family thought I was nuts. Like, you're not going to eat some of this good home cooking and meals and you're still not eating? No, I'm not. No, he's okay. He's not lost his mind. He's just fasting. And week 1 and week 2 and week 3 went by. Week 4 went by. And week 5. And it's amazing what the body can get used to. And you can still survive without any. They said you can't survive 2 weeks without food. I think is that the one you remember?
That's the logic behind it.
The logic behind it. That's a bunch of horse crap. I've gone weeks without food, 0 food. The carefulness is reintroducing yourself back to food, and that's getting back on like some bone broth, or you'll get screwed up, man. If you jump back into a full meal, you'll be just buried over a toilet.
You got me laughing about your Waffle House now.
Oh, that was it. Oh man, I was wondering where you were going with that. Oh, what a miserable day.
Oh man,
I was eking and tweaking in that truck.
Oh man,
3-hour ride or something.
Yeah. I
tried to handle that as gracefully as possible.
Nah, you did good, dog. You did good for the situation you put yourself in.
Yeah. That Waffle House, I couldn't turn it down.
Oh, man, no. You can't. Nobody can turn down a good Waffle House.
I've cut out a lot of pork out of my diet. Yeah. That has made me feel very good. I don't know why. I have noticed a difference. I'm very in tune with the things that I eat. And I've cut out pork. Like, there's no pork sausages, no nothing. Are you crazy, Kevin? No, I just cut it out.
Sounds good, brother. I just wanted to do a quick little snippet. I'll probably even edit this and throw it up tomorrow, man.
Cool.
Any final words of wisdom on self-help or anything for the millions and millions of followers we got out there?
Yeah, I can say to all of our millions of followers to just continue to blaze your own path and put your faith in God above. Love yourself and love one another.
There we go. Iron sharpens iron. Ethos is Ethos.
That's all, folks. That's a good fling. If you need more information on veterans benefits, please visit our website at VFWPost4224.org. That's Victor Foxtrot Whiskey, Post 4224.org. All of our contact information is in the description of the video. Please email us if you have any questions. We now have a moment of silent prayer for those still in the battle, for our departed comrades, for those missing in action, and for those held as prisoners of war.